Good evening, guys. I'm going to be starting a tutorial series with various different kinds of music, but this one will be about Beethoven MoonLight Sonata, a third movement. It's the fast one. It's structured as a sonata form. I'll explain as we go along what that actually is, but the general gist of it is there's in every sonata or a symphony there's a main movement called the sonata form, and it's structured in a specific way. So you have three themes, typically two themes, but sometimes there'll be a third theme if it's a little bit more complex, a little bit longer. And that's the exposition, which repeats. Then it goes into the development, and then recapitulation, and then there's a coda. So today I'll do the tutorial of the first theme of the Moonlight Sonata third movement. Alright, let's get into it. This is the main camera. You'll be able to see a top view as well as sorry about this. Okay, as well as the iPad screen. So you guys can see how, from different angles, like how things need to be played, like what technique, how to play stuff, and also I'll make annotations. Like I'll be able to write down and show you guys exactly, like this, make markups. Alright, let's see, let's get into it. Alright, so this is the first theme, and the first theme is typically more dominant. It's a little bit more staccato in this situation, not really staccato, but the left hand. It's a bit like more agitated, like a little bit more strong, dominant, as opposed to the second theme, which is usually more laid back, more soft, more calm. So there's a piano annotation here, which means played softly, like not too loud, but since the nature of this phrase actually goes up, it's okay if there's a little bit of a crescendo built in, not too much though, because there's no indication for a crescendo there. Up until this point right here, where there's a markup for sforzando, which means hammer it out without completely killing it. Okay, so the sforzando falls on this note right here. Over here. Here they write it down slightly in front of it because there's no space, but it actually that is the chord that needs to be played as sforzando. Same thing over here. It's this one and this one. Okay. All right. Let's see how this needs to be played. the second part of this here a little bit later, but so the first part, there's typically like an accent right here. There's no accent marking, but since these notes fall on the first of every beat, it's kind of like the movement is towards that note, right? So you're playing it like this. There's a rest on the first here, so it goes like this. So try to play it accordingly, okay? The left hand is not really staccato. Don't play it too short. Not too short, but there are accents like on each note. So. Sforzando here as well. I think I missed that, but okay, let's try play it again from the top. So play it loud, but don't kill it. You know, it's not supposed to be, you know, like completely like just loud. That's what sforzando means. You know, it's like an accent, like dun dun. You know? All right. Jump there is a bit on the on the tricky side because you have to stay in tempo. So like that. But before we get to that part, still there is a crescendo mark at this point right here. So here you start getting louder over the next two bars. Like that. I think there are crescendo markings. Shape. Oh, there's one right there. Perfect. Okay. So there's a crescendo mark right there. But in either case, I think I should remove it because it's a bit too. I can't undo it. I can only delete it. Okay. Okay. So there's a crescendo over the next two bars. Maybe I should leave it. Just make it a bit smaller. That. Okay, let's leave it like that. Perfect. Okay. And it leads to this moment right here where there's a forte. So this part is played loud. from here on out until it comes to its conclusion here at the end. And there's a sforzando on this note as well. But before we get to that part, this jump right here, there's two notes of the same right here, and then here, here. So the way you play that is when you jump, the whole hand should move like from octave to octave like that. Stays the same, so it forms a okay. So practice slow. This piece is on the faster side. It says presto agitato, so it's actually quite a fast tempo, but when you practice, always start off really slow, and we're talking about like it may take months, it may take a long time until you feel comfortable with it, but do not rush it. There's no way to rush this piece. The good thing is it sounds beautiful when you play it slow as well, so there's really no need to play it fast. This part right here, the jump, as I mentioned, when I first jump, like here in the first part, because it repeats, right? I move with the left hand, with the middle finger, and then because there's only two at first, since the first one falls on the final chord, there's only two here. So play it with the middle finger. And then it's 3 times, so you start with a thumb. There's a legato marking here for this phrase, which continues all the way here. It's actually 2 bars, right? So it has to be played connected. Again, there's no crescendo marking here, but the nature of the phrase, it's ascending. So it's okay to give it on the first bar, give it a bit of crescendo, and then when it comes back down, decrescendo. So see if you can do something like this. Crescendo, and then decrescendo. It's a bit weird. Okay, there you go. So it's gonna get really confusing with all the colors. Okay. So play a bit of crescendo when you go up. Right here, the whole thing is supposed to be legato, right? Like connected. But it's a bit difficult, especially holding down the pinky here over the two bars. It's a bit difficult to make this jump and still play it legato. Like there's no way to use the second finger here. It's too difficult. You know? So what you do is just help out with, I don't know, you can't see my foot, just help out with a sustain pedal here a little bit. So just press down the pedal a little bit, just for those two notes. Don't hold it for too long because it mushes. It kind of like blends everything together. You don't want to do this. I mean, that was too exaggerated, but you get the point. It kind of like blurs all the notes together, and you don't want to do that. Not in this case, anyways. Okay. Now, this phrase is accompanied by the right hand, right? There's no legato marking for the bottom part, so it's just accompanying it. Let's do a top view. I'm gonna play it slow. Just keep practicing this one. You know, just play it over and over and over. You know, like 1,000 times until you get really comfortable with it. You can use a metronome to speed it up gradually. And together, one more time. This part, again, all of them are kind of like indicated as marked up, and at the bottom as well. Typically, as the rule goes, there's on dissonant chords is a bit you play them louder, and the harmonic resolution is usually played a little bit softer. Except the last one, I guess. Okay. It's always the case, like right, the dissonant chord, and then the harmonic resolution is played softer. So this one. just play it slow throughout the whole thing a couple more times. I think I mentioned everything there's to mention here. Let me see if anybody left messages. I think I received comments through here. I'm using Ecamm Live. I was trying it with Wirecast Pro, but it wasn't working right. Like that gave me some problems. So I'm gonna try Ecamm from now. And yeah, top view of the. I'm gonna save these so that at the end I can include the sheet music, but also with markups, with the annotations that I made, so you guys can follow along. And if you have any questions, just ask me, and I'll do my best to answer. Maybe cover it in the next video. I'm gonna be trying to put these tutorials on, like, maybe not every day, but I'm gonna try to come on here like for every other day, 3 or 4 times a week, I guess. Let's see. I tried a couple of videos before, but it wasn't, something always went wrong. So this is like the 3rd attempt now. If everything comes through okay, then I'll just go on with a second part, which will be covering the transition. We'll be covering the transition part right here. Let me see if you get a good view. Yeah. To the second theme, which starts right here. This is the second theme right here. All right. Let me play this a couple more times, like slowly. See how it looks from the side there. Okay. It's a natural motion to play. I forgot to mention that when you're playing the left hand, and also this goes for the right hand as well, stay as close to the keys as possible. You don't want to jump around too much if it's not necessary, because it will get you tired. You can't play as fast, and you're more likely to not play things evenly, dynamically speaking, or rhythmically. connection, if you like, obviously here you kind of like have to go up a little bit from the keys to just to play it, you know, with the accents. So, but not don't jump too much. Don't go too far from the piano. Stay close to it. I've noticed I have this. It's the Yamaha silent piano, so I can connect it, and what you guys are hearing is it's a fully acoustic piano, but you're hearing the digital sound, you know? And I have the headphones connected to it as well, so I have the middle pedal pressed down, and the acoustic part is actually silent in here. It's not the microphone that's picking up on the piano. It's a digital sound that you hear. That's why it's so clean, and it's perfect for tutorials, you know, live tutorials or anything to record videos, because you don't need a crazy recording studio, you know, like too expensive mics, you know. There's so much noise outside, and I don't know if you guys can pick it up, you know, like if you can hear it from, if the mic is picking it up. But it would be almost impossible to do this with actual microphones, you know. Like you would have to treat the room, you know, mic up the piano with expensive equipment, and this way it's just all you need is just a couple of cables. They're connected directly to the A10 Mini, and it's going into a live stream. So I hope everything is good. I'm gonna make some adjustments as we go along, but it should have come out okay this time. Alright, this will be it for the first tutorial. I kept it, we're at like 28 minutes. It's going to be somewhere around there, between 30 and 45 minutes, depending on complexity of the parts, I guess. Next time we're going to be talking about the transition, how it goes, which is essentially the same technique, going into the second theme. Okay? Until next time, guys. Bye.